Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Thompson Robinson throwing right away. Flush to his right. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 3rd and 8. Throwing. Thompson Robinson. He's going to air one out. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here, because your offense and quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Here we go.
Prescott now. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut him down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate. I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Second and 10. Thompson Robinson throwing here. And his throw here is incomplete. If you look at this Cowboy defense, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Thompson Robinson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. But how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Going for it. Thompson Robinson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. Zach Baum there on the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Prescott from the gun on third. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And this one is right through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Thompson Robinson. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Here's Thompson Robinson looking to throw it. That's complete yet again to Thornton. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyquan Thornton, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Eagles have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Yeah, here we go.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, kill.
Prescott to throw it. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And some room to roll now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all.
He's got a man, complete. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb And the Cowboys have regained the lead. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Thompson Robinson now. Going for the deep ball. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Cowboys at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, here we go.
They'll run here with Akers. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. On the sneak, it's Prescott. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. It got his man complete. takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Thompson Robinson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Milton. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Trap 60. Let's go.
Here's Milton. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Set.
Throwing is Milton. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. The DTR going to throw it here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Thompson Robinson now. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Thompson Robinson here from the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Thompson Robinson now to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Thompson Robinson will look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Eagles have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted across midfield. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. To throw his DTR. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing, Thompson-Robinson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Barkley did not get there. Off the play fake, Thompson-Robinson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now Milton. That's caught by Mingo, right side. And they'll get him down up. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here's Milton now to throw. He completes this one to Mingo. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, Shaq. Go.
They'll give this to Akers running right. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. To throw is Milton. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a give. Akers running left. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Ready.
To throw, it's Milton. And he slings one that's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 60 Maverick, 60 Mavs, Buffalo 18.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down.
A 39-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Steps away to his left. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. inside handoff. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Thompson Robinson throwing here. He's got his target. That's complete. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Play action, now Thompson Robinson. Well, the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Elliott is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got this to Pickens. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Go!
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Ready.
Here's 2nd down.
Here we go, Shaq. Ready.
Back to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Cam Akers, his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 4th quarter lead. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
70 range.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try.
22, Eagles 17. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Thompson Robinson. And he gets this to Thornton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Thompson Robinson. Looking deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining.